Just to give you a reminder, 1933, Nazis came to a power. The Jews started to be taken into ghettos. 1939, the war erupted. 1941, the extermination started, and it works systematically, as the Germans themselves describe it, like a machine for death. It was work like a machine for death. Let's say for most of the European Jews, it's just a matter of time, and let's say Jews from Saloniki, Greece, they brought them into a certain place and then transport them. They were told to come to a certain square or something, taken up on a train. After 24 hours they reached Auschwitz or Treblinka. They were selected. Most of the people were taken into the gas chamber. After 2 hours they were gone. And the minority were selected to work and to become like a forced labor inside the camp. If you were from Hungary, from Budapest, Hungary, it was taking like 12 hours. Vienna, Austria, 5 hours, you reach the camp, and after selection made in a camp, after 2 hours, most of them was gone. They were told that they are going to work or something. They were taken in a gas chamber. After 2 hours, most of them were gone. And it's, as we just mentioned, it worked like a machine for death. In end of 1944, the Nazis knew that they are going to lose the war. Even though the extermination was increasing, as Hitler described and said, at least one good thing will come out of it: Europe will remain clean of Jews. Now, the museum here is dealing particularly with the Jewish Holocaust. Let's say the newest thing the Nazis brought to the world is racist idea to kill someone systematically because they belong to a certain race. Yeah, people kill each other along the history quite a lot. But racist idea, that's the newest thing Nazis brought to the world. There were more people who were killed during the Holocaust, like black people, gypsies, homosexual, more minorities. But racist, this was the newest thing Nazis brought into the world. The new museum, this is a new museum, is open on March 2005. We're speaking about horror, but those people who built the new museum, thought about the new generation, or let's say sooner, eventually, we won't have any more survivors. And we need to deliver all this information to the next generation. They made an excellent job. I'm speaking about horror, but they made an excellent job. It's really an interesting museum. Lots to take in, and it's a little bit, after a while, it's a bit difficult to take so much in. The architecture of the new museum, he built the new museum. When you walk through from room to room, it's like a zigzag. And he was saying, the Jewish history is like a zigzag, let's say from golden ages in Spain into a deportation, Inquisition and deportation. So the Jewish history is more like a zigzag. So he built it, you go from room to room like a zigzag. When we go into the museum, everything is written in English. In the beginning of the museum is a little bit more trying to give some background and those kind of hated Jews in Europe, how it's developed, what are the roots of this anti-Semitism. But most of the museum is more like dealing with names. Let's say behind the number 6 million, there are people, faces, name, relationship between people, documents, and so on. So it's more like dealing with people. In the beginning, is a little bit trying to give a little bit of the background and the history. It's this kind of a massive, this genocide, but it's more than just is this racist idea, this type of a genocide, which is killed systematically, all built, to kill to kill systematically the people. That's what it's called, Holocaust. Let's say like this, the museum described it very well, instead of wasting.
Yeah, I've just come out of the Holocaust Museum, and absolutely unbelievable to think that humanity to stoop to that degree and try and annihilate the Israeli people. Unbelievable.
It's really horrific, and I said to Kevin, imagine putting ourselves in their positions. All of a sudden we're kicked out of our home, all our possessions are taken away, you don't know where you're going, you're seeing your loved ones killed beside you. It's just unbelievable. You can't imagine the emotions of these people.